This is the first project in our Energy for Development program, which is geared to give energy access to rural communities in Africa. The project behind me is in Ketenyoni, and this project is about 13.5 kilowatt peak and providing connectivity to about 64 businesses in the village center. It also impacts on about 5,000 inhabitants around the village. This is one of 6 projects. The other 2 are in different parts of Kenya, near Lake Magadi, and another 2 in Uganda, and the last one is in Cameroon. Our vision is to make sure that those people who are marginalized without having no electricity, they will have a better livelihood, enhanced by providing access to power. And that access is not just mere lighting, it's actually providing much more usable energy for them to enhance their activities in commerce, in whatever activities that are needed, like ICT, for schools, for health centers, and so forth. The success criteria for a project like this is to see how people's lives are enhanced. And for us, really, we undertook a baseline survey to give us an understanding of how life is in the village and the surrounding areas. And then at the end of the 2-year period of the project, we took an end-line survey. And that end-line survey allows us to indicate what are the criteria for success. And these are related to the enhancement of commerce within the village. The village, when we came in here, was almost dying. Now there's a lot of activities, the village is booming. We also measured the effect on education, so we have an indication of how the schools did. We also have measures on the health of the society and so forth, and also the number of buildings that are started to open up and built within the village. So these are really success criteria that we're trying to assess it against. So we assessed the region that is here in Makueni to look at what are the resources that are around that we can utilize for producing sustainable energy. And the technology that we felt would be useful and appropriate for this region is solar energy. And the system that we have devised is a solar energy that allows us not only to provide power but also to collect water. And that's really based on the baseline surveys that we have done. So when we plan to design the canopy, to design the solar system, we felt that a canopy type system will be very useful as it will provide shading. But then we realized after surveying this region that this is an arid region and there is a water shortage in here. So we have this large area that we could use to capture rainwater. And that's how we incorporated this to capture rainwater, and the community could sell that water for the businesses around here. The day-to-day running of the project is done by the community themselves. They have access to electricians, they have access to a high level of support in Nairobi, and they always have access to our group in the UK. So they have a 3-level of assessment or with assistance that they can have through the life of the project. There are many benefits for this. The first one is a community ownership, and therefore they will look after it, and hence the project will be extremely sustainable. And this is really now one of the outcomes of this project, that it is community embedded project. The outcome is that it's going to be sustainable for the future. The other issue is that it takes away having to have diesel, for example, if it's a diesel generated project, so you don't have to rely on somebody else.